following is a presentation of Main Street Media, your source for news, sports, and information on Main Street in Middle Tennessee.
Cool. And good morning. Welcome in, everybody, to another fantastic edition of Mornings on Main Street on this beautiful June 27th, 2022. There's a live look at the T-Dot Smartway camera downtown Nashville. Things looking good. But there is a traffic backup, according to our good friend Jennifer Waddell of Fox 17. The I-65 southbound, mile marker 59 near 840 is closed because of a serious traffic accident. So that's I-65 southbound, mile marker 59. If you're heading towards Alabama, down by 840, closed because of serious traffic accident. So that's being backed up. So please avoid the area and find an alternate route if you're making their way this morning. All right, for hearing this. All right, welcome in, my friends. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope it was a lot of fun. I know a lot of you went out and saw the new Elvis movie. I'm anxious to see that movie and see what you guys think about it and if you enjoyed it or whatnot. By the way, the all-time best Elvis is Kurt Russell. Back in the early 80s, he was fantastic as that. So we got a fun show for today. There's a huge event coming to town this weekend. It's the World Pickleball Tournament. And you'd be like, wow, nobody plays pickleball. You'd be wrong on that because, like, everybody's playing pickleball, and this is a big event that's happening. And we'll talk to the organizer of that coming your way at 7:15. Then our friend the Gooseby coming later in the show. Before we start, the National Super Speedway had the race last night. It ended like around midnight. Chase Elliott won the race. They had several weather delays that backed the race up. It started at 4 o'clock, so the race typically get over about, by 7, but it ended close to 11, I think a little bit after 11 last night. And Chase Elliott was the winner. They got it all in. Still a fun time. Congrats to Eric Moses and the fine staff of the National Super Speedway for putting another great event. A lot of fun out there. So, man, it's already come and gone. Wrong. All right, let's bring in the intern this morning. Intern, busy weekend, huh?
How's it going, man? Yeah, that was a weird way to say my name when you said the best Elvis impersonation was Russell Crowe. I've never heard myself called that before.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, but good. Welcome into the show. You got a new shirt. Mom and Diddy came back from Europe. They brought you, what is that?
Yes, Switzerland's World Cup jersey.
Okay, who's the name on the back?
I think it's mine, right?
It is.
I haven't seen it. So
Sure, it says intern.
Yeah, okay,
you're right.
cool. Yeah.
But it's intern. It's in some Gaelic or some Latin phrase like that.
Right.
Congrats, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know how to play soccer, but I'll figure it out.
Did you pick the parents up at the airport?
No, I didn't. They actually didn't want me to because they thought that I wouldn't want to, which actually hurt my feelings because I wanted to go.
Really?
Yeah.
They probably didn't want to see you. I can't blame them.
Yeah, that was a good cover up, parents.
Have you seen? I know they gave you the shirt, but did you spend any time with them when they got back?
Yeah. Hung out with them yesterday. We had some hot dogs, which I'm sure is just as American as you can get.
Oh, that's so kind.
Yeah, I didn't cook them, of course.
Put them on the grill.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's makes I love family time.
Me too, man.
Did Sissy come up for this?
She did not.
She probably didn't want to.
Yeah, I know. Well, this is a call out to her.
She said,
she watches every morning.
There. Well, that's good, man. I'm glad they made it back safe and sound. They went to Europe for 2 weeks, right?
2 whole weeks, man. 2 whole weeks. Yeah, they enjoyed it. They did a lot of walking around, they said. So they are enjoying not doing that now. But
Good call. I love the camaraderie.
Yeah.
You guys are precious as the day is short.
Their favorite thing was the gondola.
Oh,
Believe it or not.
The gondola, the pizza house in Hermitage? Or the gondola, like actual gondola?
Right. Like the
Oh, that'd be so cool to do that.
Yeah, they liked it a lot.
Did your dad know how to swim in case he fell over?
No, neither does my mom, so she wouldn't be able to save him. It'd be like more of a, should we finish the trip and leave him? Or
I'd probably finish the trip. And then,
yeah, it'd be like, I mean, we already paid for it, gondola guys, so just go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, you get it done that way. We're glad they're back safe and sound.
Me too.
All right, let's get to the headlines now from the, there it is.
Sorry about
See you, man. From the e-edition of the Main Street Nashville, delivered right to your inbox every Monday through Friday. Look at that crowd last. Look at that. That's pretty great. Look at that.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
40-something thousand on that grandstand right there.
That's cool.
And it's loud.
I mean, that's more than usually. Okay, so a NASCAR event, Talladega, for example, they hold how many? Like 100-something thousand?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's Talladega, and it's all around the track and everything. So
right.
Yeah,
it just amazes me.
It is, and you amaze me.
Thank
All
you.
right, so this is something that reminded me of you and your ditty here.
Okay.
This is man tries to stop son's arrest with excavator.
All right.
Troopers went to arrest Brandon Tallman after an altercation he had with his neighbor, but Tallman's father maneuvered his excavator's bucket near the troopers. I have not seen this. I just read the story, so here we go.
State troopers in Vermont say when they tried to arrest a man, his dad tried to attack them with an excavator machine.
What?
The state police say 2 troopers went to arrest 24-year-old Brandon Tallman after he allegedly had an altercation with his neighbor. But as they attempted to handcuff Tallman, the troopers say his mother tried to stop them. And then his father maneuvered his excavator's bucket near the troopers and their
You brought
vehicles,
a gun to an excavator
causing
fight.
them to retreat.
All available units. I've got 343.
God bless these troopers, man.
Still out there? Yeah.
Now the whole family faces charges in
Who's he
connection
going
with
to
the
shoot? The
incident.
bucket?
Brandon Tallman has pleaded not guilty to aggravated assault,
Look at that
burglary,
smirk.
unlawful
definitely did.
mischief, and resisting arrest. His father, Wayne, is charged with aggravated
He's like, I was just
assault
trying to
on
excavate.
protected officials, resisting arrest, impeding, and reckless endangerment.
Look at that.
The
What do you-
mother,
like, what
Amy,
charge
was
is
given
that?
a citation for impeding
Assault
and is
from
ordered to
excavator.
appear
Why are they
in court
blocking out
in
mom's
August.
face? She's over 18.
I'm sure the mom went back in the house and said, I
For
couldn't get him
Inside
out.
Edition Digital, I'm Matt
Go get the
Ramazzubano.
excavator.
That is just I usually have reaction to stories. I have no reaction to that. Dad hops the next. Oh, so I hope he got arrested too. That is just bizarre.
That is
for me.
very bizarre. It actually is kind of bizarre that he didn't get it done. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't get them to stop
Right.
arresting the guy.
And now
That's
because I made fun of them, they locked me out of my account. Thanks,
Oh,
everybody.
no.
All right. Good to see you. There we go.
Boom.
Get off that page there before I get something else happens to us. My goodness.
That was crazy.
I know. Hey, man, you need to read this.
Okay.
Titans. This is a new story here about the lease agreement between the Titans and the Cumberland Stadium LP, which runs the Titans,
Right.
and how they need a new stadium and how the city's on the hook for all this money. No.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy again.
They're getting more money they're not getting a new stadium, are they? Or they are.
They are. Yeah. I mean,
okay.
eventually they are.
I
but
thought they were for the World Cup, but we didn't get that.
it says the Titans at the Nashville is obligated to pay nearly $2 billion toward stadium improvements because of the new lease. The Titans are pushing for a new $2.2 billion stadium.
1.5 billion public funds.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Won't affect you at all, as they always say.
Let me just grab my
Good
wallet real
Lord.
quick.
That is terrible, man. Hey, we had a fun day yesterday celebrating Smyrna's Fun Day on the Water. We had a good time.
It was.
Intern and I out kayaking yesterday.
Yeah, you don't see us because we're in the water submerged.
Yep. Or they didn't think it was a race, and it was a race, and we beat them all back. So they should know better. Every time
We were
you
like,
get in
whoa,
yeah, we were gone.
whoa.
You ever go canoeing, man?
I do. So I've gotten canoeing and kayaking mixed up. Canoeing's fun. Kayaking is hard.
That's a great. What's the difference?
It's so canoeing, you just kind of chill and you're like, oh, I'll paddle a couple times. Kayaking, it's like if you don't paddle, you are going downstream.
Man, I never thought about it. It's like the fiddle and the violin.
It's exactly
They're same, but not.
right. Exactly. It's so much harder to kayak.
Oh my goodness. But we had a fun time out there, even though we didn't go yesterday. All right. So this is a crazy story. This is 45 years ago today, one of the worst things ever happened. 42 inmates died in a jail fire.
Jeez.
And it was just an awful, awful story from the Murray County Jail. padding contained cyanide mixture and it caught on fire. And then so 42 people died in this fire 45 years ago today.
Cyanide mixture. That just sounds so scary.
Yeah, and look at that type, right? I've never seen that kind of type in a paper.
Yeah.
Usually it's bold type or big type, but this is kind of a different type setting, which doesn't mean anything when 42 people have passed away. So,
right.
And all that. See what happened. Rod Carew. You heard of Rod Carew? Your dad has.
I have not.
Okay.
What'd he do?
He's a baseball player. Really good baseball player.
I should know that.
Yeah, you having a good day?
I'm a big sports nut.
You are, pal. All right, let's check our stocks from this week if we get there in time.
We've been down lately. Let's get up. Come on, let's feel it.
Let's see what I haven't checked it. So
energy
happens. But first, look, BJ's Wholesale Club breaks ground in Laverne. What is this?
This guy's look, I broke ground for a reason. Just listen.
It's like nobody's there. He looks like the guy from the movie Up that was taking the old man's house.
He's like, where's all my shovels?
Jason Cole. BJ's Wholesale Club. Now, okay, I know what Costco is and Sam's.
Right.
This is the same kind of thing?
What is it called?
BJ's Wholesale Club.
I don't know, but I'm about any place that buys in bulk.
So groceries, clothing, applying other goods. In addition, there will be package store, fuel center, and 2-out parcels, which can be used for restaurant or other business space.
Okay.
BJ's hopes to open location by January 2023, which is just down the road, man.
They never Laverne, like learn.
Okay. You're gonna
that wasn't even close.
Dude, it's terrible. Next to I-24. Okay, so I had no idea. All right. So welcome into BJ's.
Maybe Gooseby might have a little scoop for us.
Probably not, but we'll see. What do you has coming our way in a little bit? Not. All right, let's get to our stocks now. What do you think, up or down? I'm gonna say we were down.
I'm gonna say up just because we've been down.
Okay. And Buenos Aires Merkel
Buenos Aires
down 0.68%.
No, you were right.
We lost 19 cents.
Gosh darn it.
This was up at one point 11. We were positive 11 at one point.
I mean, we're doing better year to date than other ones, but that's no moral victories here.
You're right. We got to get better with this.
Yeah.
So we'll work on that today. What's going on? Again, if you just joined us, the weather delayed the weather delays plague Sunday Cup race. They got it in. Chase Elliott finished the race late last night, but they got the race in.
Those are cool covers.
They are.
Those are dope.
For the cars. Yeah, they are cool. Did you have a couple?
Yeah, I just didn't bring them. I forgot them.
30. Yeah, those are a cool cover. Yeah, man. Guess you got to park them out on the tarmac on the.
I think it is called tarmac, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Hey, Ole Miss won the College World Series yesterday. They swept Oklahoma. Ole Miss was the last team in, allegedly, the College World Series to the tournament, and they went on team 64, went all the way to win it all.
Hey, good for them. Good
for you, pal.
I like Lane Kiffin. Okay, there I said it. I'm a Vols fan. I like Lane Kiffin.
Okay, he coaches football.
I know, but he's Ole Miss.
He is Ole Miss. Colorado won the Stanley Cup last night. Did you see that?
I did not, but I'm glad they did just because they beat the Preds.
Yeah. What does that mean, though? Did they beat the Preds or win the title? Does that mean anything?
It does nothing but make me feel better.
Okay, good. Hey, Buc-ee's is a ride in Tennessee up by Crossville. You know what Buc-ee's is? That huge convenience store?
Stop. Buc-ee's is here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God.
Look, there's Buc-ee the Beaver.
Look at him.
Buc-ee the Beaver with Britt Crest, the Buc-ee store representative, and Josh Smith, director of operations, posed beside the Crossville Buc-ee Beaver statue.
Josh is holding his hand. I don't know if Buc-ee wants that.
Yeah, but Buc-ee's all about a showman. Look, arms wide open.
That's a great song.
He could be the new lead singer for Creed. Popular Texas travel restaurant. Center opens at Crossville. So this is a giant gas station, right?
Oh, really? Okay. With a statue.
The first story talking about the bathrooms. 27 on the women's side, 16 on the men, 13 on the 16 stalls and 13 urinals on the men's side.
Okay.
120 fueling stations, gas pumps.
What?
Good Lord.
120? Where's it going?
Sorry, truckers. No 18-wheelers can fuel up there.
Yeah, go away. I'm just kidding.
Man.
I respect truckers.
Do you? Thanks.
I do.
Get that out there real quick. Monster Jam 2023 coming to Nashville. You excited for that?
I'm going.
Past weekend.
Definitely going.
Look, there's Gravedigger.
I know. How's he still going? That's awesome.
He's massive.
The only one I know.
I know. All right, time to read your horoscope, intern. You ready?
Let's do it.
Taurus.
All right, I'm reading it too.
No, you read it. Go ahead.
All right. Step back when uncertainty sets in. Inconsistency will make you appear weak. Size up situations and take the path that helps you gain confidence.
Nice.
By showing your strength of character, you'll end up in an excellent position. Be proactive.
Oh,
I'm going to do it all.
I like all that.
I do.
I mean, step back like Steph Curry. Step
Exactly.
back when uncertainty sets in and pop a three, man.
And he's consistent with it.
Yes.
All right, I'll do it. I don't want to appear weak because I do lift.
Yeah. So be proactive. I love that, man.
Yeah, it's a good
3
one.
stars too.
For sure.
All right, time for comic strip tease. As we do, we got to read. We'll read 2 today because, Sarge and Beetle going at it again. And of course, Dagwood's got something going under up his sleeve there. So, all right, we'll do Beetle Bailey first.
Right.
You can be Beetle Bailey. I'll be Sarge as Al Pacino.
Okay.
And you'll do Beetle as whatever you want.
I'm gonna try Kermit the Frog.
Okay. All right. So take it away.
What are you doing?
I'm taking my blood pressure.
I'm taking the day off.
I was trying to stay calm.
Like once
Why
again,
is he so mad?
he was like, I don't want to kill you, but now I have to again.
Now look here, he's so nice, and look at Babyface. Sarge is. It's so nice.
No, and he was
and
pumped.
then he's got to come in and taunt him.
Like, why even go in the building?
So if I saw you doing this, I wouldn't say, "What are you doing?" I know what you're taking your blood pressure.
Of course, because the pump thing, yeah.
But I didn't notice the really emphasis on. He's like, "I'm taking my blood pressure," and Beetle's like, "I'm taking the day off," and then he's like, "I was trying to stay calm."
God, I would love to see the next slide of that. I hope he's okay.
God, look how mad he is.
He's very P-word.
All right, let's go to Dagwood. You could be. We'll just do frame by frame. All right.
Okay. All right.
We'll do Dagwood. I'll do. I'll pop out the Bob Hope voice.
Okay.
And you could do. We'll just take. You'll be the guy in the elevator, and then we'll figure out the last frame. Okay.
Okay. Sounds good.
Sure as hot. She can't read the thing. Hey, how about that, Phyllis Diller? Ain't she something? Well, it sure is hot since the air went out again.
Well, I'll tell you what, Sonny, I'll say. It's hotter than it is an Angus burger doused in Tabasco sauce covered in chili sitting on a flaming grill.
Wasn't Bumstead just here?
Well, he said something about an early lunch.
Well, just an awful cartoon. It's just terrible in so many ways. Oh, Lord. Is our next guest on or no? Probably not.
Hello, how's it going?
Hey, man. All right. So that's the great cartoon there. So we do this every morning for your pleasure to read the cartoons. We laugh at Sarge having we're getting so upset at Beetle Bailey and the Blondie down there. All right. So let's do this. We'll pop the commercial here. We're off and running on the Great Mornings on Main Street. There's the intern on the phone working it so good. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back on the other side. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
This is attorney Bart Durham, and this is me. I'm Aaliyah. Keeping in good physical condition is really important to me. But when I had a wreck with a tractor trailer truck that hurt my legs so bad I couldn't work for almost a year, I knew I needed a lawyer that understood tractor trailer cases. So I called Bart. Bart gets millions of dollars for his clients every year.
At Bart Durham Injury Law, we've handled hundreds of tractor trailer cases.
My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
Mass, what's that Sword Opry Mill? Is that
H&M, I believe.
H&M? There
Yeah.
we go. Yeah, not to be confused with S&M. They're totally different. That's 2 different stores. The guy in the middle is a State Department interpreter. What if Lyndon Baines Johnson said, "I'd like peace between our countries," and the interpreter says, "You're stupid. You smell."
He said that you look weird.
I mean, this guy here could hold the fate of the planet. I'm not going to eat because it's 105 degrees out there. It doesn't sound appealing to me when it's that hot. Maybe that's because I'm just weird.
It's actually, no, you're not. Well, you are weird, but for different reasons.
You make this sound really good, though, Miss Cheap.
Well, it's a good one, and they've had this every year for maybe 10 or 12 years.
Name me a song by Brothers Osborne.
Okay. We are brothers and we're from the Osborne.
It's a good song.
Jody Jones Dentistry can handle all your dental needs, from the basics to cosmetic procedures. All of this in the nicest dental facility I have ever seen. Jody has done it right. They're located conveniently at 55 Music Square East, and for an appointment, it's simple. Dial 615-259-5100 and tell them Plaz sent you. When you're thinking about golf, consider Riverside Golf Links. Under new ownership, the course has improved dramatically. It's now 27 holes, complemented by a 9-hole executive course. Book a tee time now at 615-847-5074 and get ready to enjoy the beauty of golf in the Old Hickory area at Riverside Golf Links.
I'm Bart Durham. I was sworn in as a lawyer in 1963, and I've been working as a lawyer since then.
We're a firm that does exclusively personal injury, a lot of tractor-trailer crashes. Insurance companies will open up their checkbooks when you force them to.
We have systems that work.
We get the most money for our clients in the shortest amount of time.
I'm Blair Durham. My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
It's your last chance to get a spring tune-up for summer. Complete Service Heat and Air can clean your coils, check out your motor, and make sure you have cold air on that first hot day of summer. Complete Service Heat and Air is located in White Bluff, Tennessee. We do service and repair on heating and air the right way. 24/7 service. Call us at 615-797-3997. That's 615-797-3997. Serving Cheatham, Davidson, Dixon, Hickman, Humphreys, Montgomery, and Williamson counties.
Might look at the T-Dot Smart Weekend for downtown Nashville. Good. Making your way in. It's going to be a little cooler today than it was last week, so that's always good.
Am I right, huh?
All right. There's a big event happening this weekend. It's the rage has been lately pickleball, right? I'm sure we all know somebody plays pickleball. It's a fun sport, but it's just taken off and it's massive. And there's a fun event happening this weekend. Let's bring our next guest. This is a really cool event happening this weekend. It's a big, huge pickleball tournament. We'll put the screen up there. It's Music City Pickleball Fest is happening. The guy putting this together is a guy that we know well in Nashville, Tennessee, Billy McGee. He joins us on the phone. Billy, good morning. How are you?
Hey, Joe. Long time. I'm doing great. Great to be back in Nashville.
It is great to hear your voice, Billy. All right, we got the flyer up, the information up. Tell us about this event happening coming this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, how much fun it's going to be, and everything involved in this.
Well, it's interesting because the journey began 2 years ago. We were going to bring this big festival to Nashville, but of course, we all know that we stepped back from the COVID. But now we're free to play again, and I thought it'd be great to do it on the celebration of our 246th anniversary of independence. And we were fortunate enough to be able to work a deal out with the city to take over a Sportsplex, Centennial Sportsplex. We did a festival type event because we want to showcase the sport and allow everyone to come and have an opportunity to see the game, to participate in the game, to maybe jump in a free clinic that we'll be doing both days, a couple of free clinics, to watch some great pro celebrities play on an indoor court. And I'll go over that in a second. And Joe, I think the pickleball world over the last 3 years, as it's just exploded across the country, has been geared mainly for tournaments. So people are geared towards, well, I'll get into a tournament, I'll enter at my level. This is a festival of just letting anyone and everyone, if you've never even played, come out. Some of the intermediates, even advanced players will grab you and pull you out on the court. So we have converted the tennis court area outdoors into 16 outdoor pickleball courts.
Woo!
And we've taken the indoor facility and have made that 11 courts. But in that indoor facility, we're fortunate to partner with a company called Sport Court, which will be bringing 3 beautiful $50,000 courts to lay down to showcase the type of court you can put in your backyard.
Ooh.
So we'll be using one of those courts for our all-day Saturday and Sunday Pro Celebrity event, and we'll be using the other 2 courts for clinics and open play again. We will have a party garden with music. We will be promoting our 2 great charities, Nashville's based Mid-South Liver Alliance that Teresa Davison runs. And then we'll be bringing a national charity in run by Randy Sutton. Many people may see him on television a lot, called the Wounded Blue, which supports the 50,000 police officers around the country that have been wounded in the line of duty. So not only are you getting a chance to participate and showcase the sport to city leaders and park rec leaders and developers that Nashville needs pickleball courts built everywhere, but you're also supporting 2 great charities. So treat it as a festival. You can come from 8 to 6 on Saturday or 8 to 6 on Sunday. You can come in anytime during the day. You can come, you can leave. We have, like I said, a nice little garden inside that has beverages, and we have beautiful food trucks outside.
Billy, I sometimes there's events that go on that I kick myself that I should have started years ago. And this is one of these events. What a great thing for the city. What a great thing that's going to happen that's going on over there with the 2 great charities you just mentioned that benefit from this great event that's happening over there. But let's get the word out. Anybody can come on Saturday and Sunday, correct?
It's open to the public. Come one, come all. It was, Joe, going back to when I first arrived in Nashville in '96 to build the Nashville Cats Arena football team, the Houston Oilers are already on the move to Memphis. In that time, the Gaylord Arena was being built. And that year of '96, early '97, before we played, walking around Nashville, meeting with people, nobody knew what arena football was.
Right.
And that is a lot like pickleball. There are several thousand players playing throughout Nashville, Middle Tennessee, but unbelievably, we don't have pickleball courts. And I live in South Florida, but what we've done is converted hundreds of the tennis courts that are no longer being used into these beautiful pickleball courts. So part of this process, again, is I've told many of the people here that where I come from in South Louisiana, down there by the LSU Tigers, you don't ever get anything done till you show somebody it needs to be done. So we want people to come out, see the sport, show the town that we need some pickleball courts.
Well, I mean, we can never thank you enough for the Nashville Cats because, Bill, I got to tell you, there were some absolutely wonderful times at that arena downtown watching Andy Kelly play and everything else that went on to Corey Fleming. So you hooked me right there when I found out you were behind this event that's happening, the Music City Pickleball Fest this weekend. Now, for those that get out there and play this weekend, I like the idea, just come out and play and have a good time instead of going out and be all, when I play events like this, I get all nervous and I'm all worried how am I going to do. You just want people to have fun, don't you?
I do. And just what you were saying a minute ago is funny because all of my guys, I'm trying to get back in. So Corey Fleming will be playing in the Pro Celebrity, Wayman Buggs and Jim Arnold. Wayman is the president of the NFL Retired Players. He'll be coming. Jim Arnold played at Vanderbilt. Wayman played at Vanderbilt. They'll be here. We have Chris Mason going to play. I'm going to right now invite you to come play. I'd like to get you out there. Bill Riddle, a longtime coach.
Yes.
Bro, he's going to MC it. We've got people coming from London, England. We got people coming from Boston. We got people coming from Florida. And they're just coming to show what pickleball was and should still be. And that is a sport that anyone can play, any age, but make it fun. I grew up, Joe, playing tennis, played college tennis at LSU, and then played a lot of years on the pro tour. And the sport of tennis is a sport takes quite a while to get fairly good at, and it's, very athletic. Pickleball is athletic, but you can get on the court and take one lesson and be playing the next day. And so the fun part of this is the people that come out who've never played or just starting to play can get out on a court. There's no assignment of court. You just wait, and when the spot opens, you jump in. If a good player is with you, like if I'm out there playing, I'm going to grab you and, well, I'm a beginner. Come on, start playing with this beautiful little paddle and plastic ball, and away we go. Now, want to tell you, there is a fee because we're helping to raise money for charities.
Right.
If you want to come and play, it's $40 for the day. So you pay, stay, and play all day. Doesn't matter if you come at 8 and leave and come back and leave and come back. That wristband gets you in both indoors and outdoors. You can watch the pro celebrity. You can take a clinic. You sit in there and have a little drink, and you can visit all our beautiful vendors and meet with the charities. Go outside and play. And if you just want to come watch and spend the day or a few hours, it's $10. And as you come into the indoor facility, they'll greet you, and they'll be glad to get you signed up and paid. It is a festival atmosphere. There's music. I think some people may know that we're trying to get a few of the music stars. I won't tell you who they are, but quite a few of them around here are playing pickleball.
Yeah.
And they may just pop in. I won't name any names, but they may just pop in and give us a little treat, play a little. But we've got about 15 former NFL. We got, as I said, Chris Mason's, a couple of NHL, and so a lot of the old Nashville Cats. I talked to Andy Kelly last week. I think he'll come. Don't know if he'll play because he's had so many surgeries, but it'd be great to see him. Robert Gaddy is going to play. Joe Campbell's going to play.
Yes.
So the list it's a throwback to a lot of our great little athletes that have been in the marketplace or played at Tennessee or MTSU, and it'll be in Vanderbilt, of course. It will be I think a great weekend. And I tell people, look, if there are a lot of people there, that's the whole intent. You may have to wait a while, so just enjoy yourself, watch. You'll get on a court, but again, the intent is just to make a statement that this sport is here. It's gotten so big up and down the East Coast and West Coast and Florida and across the Sun Belt that they're building thousands of pickleball courts. Florida, where I am, is crazy. I do want to tell you that we were blessed to have Butch Spearden and the Nashville Music City Convention Visitors join us as our presenter. They understand that with a big push in getting the pickleball world to come aboard and get courts built, that we will have a lot of events here and eventually tournaments that will fill thousands of room nights. And ultimately, you can support a lot of charities doing that.
I love it, Billy. I mean, it's a win-win for the city, for people to play pickleball and to have a good time. The fact that you put this all together, a 2-day fun event, is a win-win. Again, the website, it's simple to remember, BMW, then OPB.com, BMW, OPB, all the information's there. It's a great website. And Billy, I cannot thank you enough for the Nashville Cats and then for putting this together, because this is a lot of fun, and it's good for people to come together, to smile, have a great time, and just enjoy being around each other. And that's what this weekend's going to be. So, Billy, thank you for doing this, and I'll see you this weekend.
I look forward to seeing you again. Look forward to watching you play the sport. And by the way, for our great pros and our great celebrities, we've been able to get the top pickleball paddle company in the world, Engage, and they're going to be giving you a beautiful pickleball paddle. I hope you like it. So come on out. Just let us know when you want to play, and we'll get you in there.
Will do. Billy McGee, thank you, my man, and we'll see you this weekend.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Billy McGee here with the Music City Pickleball Fest. A lot of fun, and I will tell you, my dear friends live down in Alabama. They're like, we'll never play pickleball, and they play all the time, and they are in their 60s. So it's great, man. Exercise for a lot of people. So this is going to be a really cool event. All right, we'll take a break, come back. Our good friend Jason Gooseby is going to join us. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
Buddy Allen, it's a tradition. Come on into our store. Buddy Allen, it's a heritage for 40 years and more. What makes a house kind of special? Close friends walking in the door. Flowers blooming in the springtime and little children playing on a Buddy Allen floor.
The city famous for its music is quiet now, but it's about to be overwhelmed by the symphony of speed. Nashville Superspeedway will be rocking from the pit to the grandstand. June 24th through 26th, the Ally 400 NASCAR Cup Series race weekend brings a mix of incredible racing and live entertainment. Tickets are going fast, so visit NashvilleSuperspeedway.com today and join the full throttle fun.
Lee Realty Group has officially teamed up with Keller Williams. Lee Realty is still locally owned and operated, but now associated with one of the biggest real estate companies in the world. If you're ready to get your home on the market but don't know where to start, call the Keller Williams Lee Realty Group in Dixon, Tennessee. Let experienced agents help you with your real estate needs. Call us today at 615-446-2006. We service all of Middle Tennessee. Visit our Facebook page at Keller Williams Lee Realty.
Welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. That's really cool. The pickleball fast coming to Music City. That's so cool. So much fun. I'm going to do a tag team pickleball tag team. I'm going to have a pickleball team with this next. Here, let me get it right out correctly. All right. I'm going to have a pickleball team with our next guest. Jason Gooseby, the Gooseby, is going to join us. And there he is. Hey, buddy.
Hey, man.
Play pickleball with me?
Yeah, I certainly will. You know, you said something about being nervous when you go play these events, but you weren't going to be nervous this time. That kind of reminded me, you know, when I first started doing your show, I was a little nervous and I realized these guys are idiots. I mean, what do I do?
That's on you. That is on you. There's never been more correct statement about our show, but that is on you. But, you know, you go play tournaments like that and you get a little anxious, anxiety, and, you know, because I played a lot of racquetball tournaments. And I got actually kicked out of one here, Jimmy Floyd in Lebanon, for breaking a racket because I was up like 14-8 and I lost 17-15 and I broke a racket. But I'd get so nervous that I wouldn't be able to play good until like halfway through the first game. There you go.
True story. I was at the Jimmy Floyd, but a couple of years ago, and my nephews were having their birthday party there. So there's a bunch of kids. And I had like a 17-year-old lifeguard had to calm me down because I had him up on my shoulders. We were chicken fighting, and evidently that's not allowed anymore. So
it's not because it hurts chickens.
What kind of fun can you have in the pool if you can't chicken fight and dunk and, you know, hold people underwater for a few seconds? I mean,
how dare you have fun?
The kid was 7. That's old enough.
All right. All right. So look, I love it when you send us information because hold on. Where am I? There I am. Back again. Let me stop the screen. All right, we're going to pull up the information you got. All right, everybody's losing their mind about the housing market, what's happening. We all go back to 2008, 2009, like, what's happening? But you're here to tell us not to panic, right?
I am, and unlike some people on the intranets, I have some reasons to back that up, and this is a great article. But I'm not. This is not just one article, Joe. I'm reading every single day, and I'm reading from trusted sources. And nobody has a crystal ball, and we don't know what's going to happen. They're certainly concerned with inflation, the war going over in Ukraine. You never know if you have another variant that's wild and crazy and spread. So I mean, never say never, right? But
right.
There were some things that set the market crash up in 2007 that are just, the conditions are not the same. And one of them, Joe, is that the lending regulations had gotten so lax and so loose that just about anybody could get a loan. And bad credit scores, and they could at least get an adjustable rate mortgage, which is an ARM, which usually it means, hey, we will give you a fixed rate for a little while, but then your interest rate resets ever so often, depending on what the terms of the mortgage are. And then you can face higher interest rates. And those risky loans, those ARMs, and those people that really shouldn't have had a loan to begin with, they started defaulting on their loans because their interest rates went up, and they couldn't afford their home payments, their mortgage payments anymore. And so you had a massive amount of people started defaulting, And in 2007, I don't get too nerdy and geek out on a bunch of numbers, but in 2007, this article says just before the housing crash, there were 13.1 million adjustable rate mortgages. 13.1 million. And it was 36% of all mortgages were these ARMs. And a lot of these ARMs, Joe, they were no document loans, meaning that you didn't even have to provide proof of your income or any of that stuff. It was like, yeah, this is how much I make, and fill in the blank instead of doing all that. Now today, and the lenders have to provide, people who want to borrow have to provide a ton of information, and it gets them frustrated, but it really protects the market. Make sure they can pay this back, because the bank does not want your property back. They want you to pay the mortgage over
right.
That's how they make their money. You pay in the interest over the course of time. They do not want it back. But today, Joe, less than 1.4 million. There's about 1.4 million adjustable rate mortgages out there. So we went from 13.1 million back in 2007 to 1.4 million today. And so,
well, let me ask you this: when somebody calls you up, what's the biggest concern when they call you? What's the common denominator, the biggest concern?
If they can make their monthly payment. and how much money they're going to have left over when they do. The percentage of their income, you got to have some money left over. And of course, lenders have stuff in place where your debt to income ratio, like your payment cannot exceed a percentage of your income. So,
wow, I just, all that's going on, that's the last thing people need to worry about, is whether or not they can make their house payment. It's crushing.
Yeah. And another thing, Joe, to speak to that, when everybody was talking about forbearance and all that stuff, and hey, when these people come out of forbearance, they're not going to be able to pay their mortgages back. And it was one of the things that was misleading on that. And being in journalism, Joe, that people need a headline, right? And they need you to click on stuff and read it. But one of the things about those people in forbearance was you could go into forbearance and never use it. Okay. So there was a lot of people that went into forbearance just out of an abundance of caution, but then they never delayed their payments. They went ahead and made their monthly payments, their monthly mortgage payments. And so they went into forbearance, but they never got behind, Joe. And so, but it made for a better headline of, oh, so many million people went into forbearance, but a tiny percentage of those never used the benefits. So it's like going to a hotel with a nice gym, Joe, and not going in there and using it. I know we never do that. You know, we exercise and we get in there and play pickleball and all that stuff.
We get it done. We make it all happen and get it done. All right. So will we see a decline in people buying houses, or things will be status quo, or is it just kind of stuck in neutral for a little bit?
Now we're going to go back to the pre-pandemic market, which was already pretty good. You're going to start seeing homes, the average days on market is going to start getting back up to that 25 or 30, which, you and I is ridiculous, Joe. I mean, it's ridiculous because we remember, the markets when homes stayed on there for 60, 90 days. It was definitely a buyer's market back then, but we're going to go back to pre-pandemic 2019 type stuff when, homes stayed on the market 25, 30 days. There was not a gazillion multiple offers, people shooting 30 and 40 grand over. Those prices are going to start leveling out. So that's good news for buyers, the ones that have not gotten priced out, but the interest rates have doubled. So, people lost a lot of purchasing power.
Just the whole thing, man. I just hope people can. My thing is be able to pay their mortgage, their rent, and still have money left over to feed their family. It's crushing, man, just to read all these things that are going on. But to know the fact that it's not as bad as it was 13, 14 years ago is a little bit of happiness being spread around.
Sure. Yeah. And, it's basic economics that, all of us had probably, took as part of a civics class or something, or a government class when we were in high school. Economics, supply and demand. One of the things that happened in 2007, Joe, was we went through this big building boom and we had an excess of homes. All right. And so many builders went under after the collapse, after 2007, 2008, 2009. So many builders went out of business. There was a period there where we were not building any homes because so many builders had went out of business. And so now it's the opposite. We do not have enough homes right now. And as a matter of fact, the last article I read, which was about last year, said that we're probably about 5 years behind on building enough homes if we built like 1 million a year. So,
good Lord.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Isn't that crazy? Like 1 million homes a year and 5 million homes. That is.
Where are you going to build these?
Oh, I don't know.
But every time I go, down like 65 towards Huntsville or go 65 up towards Franklin, Kentucky, you just look over to the left and right, and there's these huge subdivisions that are being built and everything. I'm like, when is that just all going to have a bubble burst? But it seems like it never does. They're building and building and building.
Well, as long as our population continues growing, Joe, where there's going to be people living in those homes. As a matter of fact, though, the United States this is kind of a little bit off topic, but United States is our population growth is slowing, and one of the things that happens with a country is it becomes more and more developed, and their standard of living gets larger.
Yeah.
People have less children because they realize they're expensive, and their goals, their I guess interests kind of change and things like that. And so you look at France, Italy, and some of those European countries that are more developed. I'd say they're older countries.
Right.
They're in negative population growth over there.
Wow.
And that's what is going to happen to us here in the next. We're seeing it. It keeps ticking down and down and down, our population growth. So
look at you, man. I love when you bring that stuff to us. Thank you, pal.
I love reading. I'd probably do it too much.
Well, you probably, with what's happening the last 2 or 3 weeks, if you're a realtor, you're probably reading 18 hours a day because things are changing left and right.
Yeah. And, there's this crazy thing that happens when you start reading articles like this on Google. It starts showing you more of them. It figures out what you want to read. And so my Google feed, and I read a lot of my news off of Facebook. It figures out what I want to read, and it shows me a lot of this stuff. And, and you start figuring out, Joe, which sources are more clickbait and which are more credible. CNBC here is a pretty good source. Barron's, Fortune, Wall Street Journal, the
standards.
Yeah, and then you got some that are just like they're National Enquirer type stuff. I mean, it's just
trash.
Yeah, it's just it has a headline, and it almost always comes back to the sky is falling, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. And if they're very honest, though, they're going to have the majority of people. I mean, most economists agree we're going to have a recession at some point in the next 1 to 2 years. All right. But look, the market crash last time did not happen because of a recession. The market crash caused the recession. Whoa. Because so many people went into all these homes that were all these homes hit the market, and the mortgage market just crashed and people were having to claim bankruptcy and things. And another thing, Joe, is people have records amount of equity in their home. People didn't have that because this loan standards were so low back then that people were what we call upside down in their homes or underwater. And so when they had to walk away from them because they had no equity in their home, so they couldn't sell it and take money with them. And so that's the reason all those homes just hit the market really quick and caused the recession. The market crash did not happen because of a recession. It caused the recession. So very important.
Hey, let me ask you this. This weekend, all the focus of the racing world was on the National Super Speedway. When you're selling or looking at a house out that way, just having something like that, because people complain, the noise over there, but it's only like 3 times a year. What does it do for an area like that when people first noticing, the kind of the PR hit in a good way for that area gets when they have a big event like the NASCAR race?
I'll just be honest with you, Joe. I have not noticed as far as like the noise being a nuisance and things like that. My in-laws live out that way, and we can hear, if we're outside, we can hear when they're over there practicing, over there doing some testing and practicing and stuff. Now, I've not had that be an effect on, whether or not somebody wanted to buy a house. But I do think overall the race, it draws a lot of attention to Nashville, and we're still an it city. We're the only cities that are growing faster than us, depending on who you read and listen to. Like Boise, Idaho, because it's close enough to California that the Californians are just flooding that. And Austin, Texas is growing really fast. And then we're there at 3 or 4. That's another thing too. Real estate is dependent upon jobs. Jobs are like the herd of woolly mammals that the cavemen used to follow around to kill and eat. That's what happens with real estate. People follow jobs, and as long as the job market is good, the real estate market should be pretty strong here. Not going to say we're already seeing some cooling off, but it's going to Oracle bringing all those jobs and things like that. That's what we should be. The real estate is a barometer of what's going on with jobs. And so if you want to know where real estate is going, you watch the jobs. In the job market, man, better than I do. I mean,
I do.
Every day somebody is moving here. So that's what you should watch.
You're right. All right. Look at you. Don't go anywhere. Celebrity birthdays. You were on a roll last week. Got to keep it up. All right.
All right.
All right. Celebrity birthdays next. Mornings on Main Street.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
All right, time for celebrity birthdays. Boy, that commercial break went by fast. Gooseby and the intern, we got it going on. All right, here we go, boys. We ready for this today?
Let's do it.
This is a battle today. Let's set a record today.
I got my jersey on, so I'm a ball.
All right, today is the keyboard player. First birthday up, keyboard player for the Beach Boys, Bruce Johnston. How old is Bruce Johnston of the Beach Boys?
78.
64.
80. Gooseby out of the gate with one.
Good job.
A guy that I liked at one time, but I think he's not as good as people think he is. Director J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, it's not that great anymore.
Oh, J.J. Abrams. I'm going to say 57.
Ooh, that's a good guess. I'm going to go 61.
56. Gooseby up 2-0. The best Spider-Man of all time, Tobey Maguire. How old's Toby?
The best scene ever.
Tobey Maguire is probably 35.
38.
47.
Is he really?
Really? Wow.
Yep. He's getting up there. Old man.
That spider genetic must be keeping him young.
Next, TV personality, Khloe Kardashian.
Oh.
It's impossible to guess their age.
Yeah. Khloe Courtney is the youngest or the youngest of them. Khloe is like 42.
Courtney, I think, is the oldest. Chloe's the middle. I'm gonna go.
That's her right there, and she's beautiful. Hello.
Okay.
How are we doing today?
Hey.
Have you met the Gooseby?
I'm gonna go. She's gonna be 44 today.
She is. Hold on. Let me get off the screen so you guys don't cheat on me. She is.
I'll never cheat on you.
38.
Okay.
Did you say 40?
I said 42.
I did. I'm just kidding. I said 40.
No, he did not. He's lying.
Okay, so 2-0 Gooseby.
I am not a lion.
Let's cruise on down here. R&B singer Her. H-E-R.
I have no idea. Oh yeah, they're newer artists.
Yep.
30.
28.
Ooh, 25.
Oh.
All right, let's go some more. She was on Newhart for a while. Actress Julia Duffy.
Oh, Lord, boy,
cute blonde on the show.
Okay.
She is 75.
Oh wow, so it's an older show. Let's go 71.
71 exactly. Good job. Country singer Lori Morgan. Except for Monday, which was never good anyway. Tuesday, I get a little sideways. Wednesday, I feel better just for spite.
That was amazing.
Thursday and Friday take too long.
Knowing Saturday's gone.
I don't know the song. I wish I could contribute. But I'll get the age right.
Lives in Wilson County.
He
lives in Wilson County. Lori, and I'm afraid she might hear this, so I got to be gentle with this. My age, I think because we're buds, she's probably watching this. Lori probably though is 64.
I'm gonna go 68.
63. Goes me up 3-1. Good job, guys.
He's on a tear. He's on a tear.
Singer Leah Nash of Sixpence None the Richer.
Oh yeah, she's a Nashville resident too.
She is.
She is. Her husband, Stephen Wilson's got a great song called 1994. Great artist.
You get this no problem then.
Lee, yeah, but I don't know how old she is. She is 50.
Let's go 46.
46 exactly. 3-2. Christian rock singer Zach Williams. I saw him perform 2 years ago. Fantastic.
Praise the Lord.
He's a chain breaker.
Oh, wow.
Zach, he is probably like 30.
I'm going to go 32.
44.
Oh,
wow.
2 more here. Vera Wang, fashion designer.
You already know.
No Wang jokes.
Sorry.
Chicken wings. I was talking about chicken wings.
You were.
I have no idea. 60.
81.
73. But Gillsby, you win 3-2, brother. Congratulations.
Good job. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're the best. All right. So look, next week we're off because of 4th of July. So we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Hey, Joe, for anybody that wants to, I have my weekly songwriters night this Wednesday from 6:30 to 9:30 at Bobby's Idle Hour. Bobby's Idle Hour, right off of Music Row. Bobby's Idle Hour. I got free barbecue that I made. Coleslaw.
Is this your event?
Yeah, I co-host it with a friend of mine named Ralston Wells. I always forget every time it comes around to do it, but I set a reminder on my phone. And yeah, it's Wednesday night at 6:30 at Bobby's Idle Hour. You can look at my socials and I'll post a bunch of stuff about it. But original music and great food. So
songwriter night?
Yeah.
So I can come down and get my guitar and play?
You can finally play your single.
I will let you get up and play if you want to.
He did not seem very enthused.
Yeah. It's not an open mic
leaves,
night.
you can get up there.
I will let you have one of my songs. It's not an open mic night, but I will.
You're hosting it. What do you mean you give me one of your slots?
But because I sing.
When all the kids get there and it's just them, you can go ahead and do.
You know what? I might do Big Joe's singing hour from 3:30 to 6:30 and run over.
It looks like it might have been double booked because I think it's Big Joe's show now.
Yeah, I think so.
Singing an hour that's 3 hours long.
I'll send you a note later. I might come by Wednesday night. I'm serious.
All
right. See you, brother. Thanks for all you do. All right, Gooseby's out of here. He's not gonna let me sing.
You should be able to, though.
I should be able to do whatever I want. Damn it! I am a star.
Exactly.
Wait, I'll show up in mass on Wednesday night and then
bring the cavalry.
Yeah, he'll be worst night of his life. All right, intern, thanks for your hard work. Again, thanks to all you guys for watching this morning. Thanks to Billy McGehee about the pickleball tournament happened this weekend here in Nashville. All the shows on demand. Just go to YouTube, search Main Street Nashville, Mornings on Main Street. It's all right there for you. Have a great day. Smile, be kind, be nice with people in traffic, open doors. And remember this, my friends, nobody ever went broke by giving. We'll see you tomorrow. Those spins, man, those come from the diaphragm on those. Are you ready?
Scamper around like a little rascal. Yes. Work it. Yeah. That was perfect.